guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. A couple of weeks ago I put out a post on Instagram asking you guys to send in questions and I would go ahead and answer them in a video. Today is that video. Alright, so let's answer these questions, you guys. I'm going to start at the very beginning and run through them. I'm going to try and condense the answers as best as I possibly can. The first question, OG F30 merch ever coming back? It's going to get cold real soon. Yes, it is coming back this weekend, this Saturday. Make sure you guys check it out. These hoods are going to be on sale for 48 hours only. So Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time for 48 hours. They're going to be on sale. After that, I probably won't sell them for like another year. So those will be on sale this weekend. If you guys want them, go ahead, www.thickf30.com. You can buy them on there. Next question, what would you recommend for the best exhaust setup for a 335 in terms of aggressiveness? There are so many options out there for exhausts. It depends if you really want like a Valvetronic system or not, something that you can turn on and off, open and closed. If so, I would check out Valvetronic. They are a newer company and they have some really, really nice exhaust systems for our cars. If not, I would just go with something like an AWE tuning exhaust. They make fantastic exhausts. You are going to be spending like $1,000 plus though, just because this is a BMW and the exhaust systems are expensive for it. Favorite lens to shoot with? By far, my new favorite lens to shoot with in terms of photos is my 55mm. You do have to stand a little bit further away than I would probably like to. I'll probably end up getting like a 30mm. But it is a fantastic lens and it does give you that nice bokeh effect, the blurriness behind the actual image that you're capturing. But the pictures always turn out really, really good with this camera. In terms of vlogging, I really do like my 11 to 22mm just because I can have it so close to me and it's such a wide frame that I can get more into the picture when I'm vlogging. Next one, have you had any motor issues after installing boot mode on the F30? No, I have not had any issues installing boot mode on my car. Granted, I'm not going super aggressive. Boot mode stage 2 is pretty low key, like it's nothing too crazy on this car. So my answer is no, I've had zero issues. I think that boot mode kind of plays it safe when it comes to tuning and that's why I like it. It's a little bit more of a reliable platform versus some of the other tuning platforms that are out there. Next question, are the F30 flight tags coming back to your shop? Yes, I ordered a bunch more. They ship from China and it takes a while to get here, so I'm guessing in the next couple of weeks we should have them up in the store. I will let you guys know though on Instagram and YouTube when that happens. First mods, aesthetics or performance? This is a big question for a lot of people. It just depends, man. It depends on what you're into. For me personally, on this car, I did aesthetics first. That's not necessarily the right or wrong way. It just depends on really what you're going after for your project. I knew that this car would never be like super, super fast, so I kind of attacked the aesthetic mods first just so I had something a little bit more pleasurable to look at every day. And I really do enjoy like the styling side of things when it comes to making cars look good and modifying them in general. But at the same time, there's a lot to be said about performance mods. Like that's where you really feel the car and get to enjoy the car from an enthusiast standpoint. So I guess it really just depends on what you're going after with your build. If I had like a 340 or a 335, I would have probably started with performance mods, to be honest. But this car wasn't an M Sport, so I really wanted to address the aesthetic mods before I got into the performance. But like I said before, that's entirely your opinion and up to you. Next question, really not a question, but more of a statement. Bro, your E90 is the best E90 on all of YouTube, in my opinion. Thank you, I appreciate it. That car is very early in the modification process. I literally haven't done much to it, just springs and a little bit of carbon on it and some refurbishing work, but it will be a very, very cool car, I think, when I'm done with it, when I get a little bit further into it. We're gonna jump into some more performance mods after I do the rod bearings and the valve cover gasket and motor mounts. Those are the things I need to knock out before I do anything big, but it is a really, really fun car to own. Next question, what is your favorite video that you've made so far? That's a hard question, man. I've made almost 300 videos to date, which is insane. Like in a year, I made 300 videos. That's crazy. But I really did enjoy making the transforming an F30 or building an F30 in 10-minute video, because I got to go through all of the old footage, like when I first started vlogging, and it was kind of sentimental. It was really cool to see the car transform, but it was also really cool to see my vlogging transform and like the quality of the videos and just like how far I've really come in just a year. And it just goes to show you, man, all you have to do is just start. Like, you just have to get into it. And I had no idea what I was doing in the beginning, but I somehow found my way and I figured it out. And I've just really enjoyed the process of learning and building this channel in general, and having all of the new people come in and be a part of it. It took so long for me to get just to like 100 subscribers. Like, it took so long, and we are just looking at 20,000 right now. Like, mind-blowing. I never ever thought I would be at 20,000. I always knew I wanted big numbers, and I always knew that I wanted a really big channel, but I didn't think that I would get 20,000 subscribers in like a year. I have no words for it. I'm so grateful for that, you guys. Like, I wake up every morning being so grateful for what I'm able to do every day and build these cars and have a platform and have an audience. I just can't even tell you how starting your day with gratitude is just such a big part of it. And my mindset going into all of this is I'm just so happy with what I have, that anything else that happens is just, it's just the extra cherry on top. Like, it just keeps getting better and better, because I feel like I just have such a good and healthy mindset going into everything. But yeah, I think the transformation video was a really fun one to make. It was a lot different than all of the other videos I've done, because I wasn't really a part of it. Like, I wasn't vlogging and I wasn't doing a lot of dialogue, but just kind of reliving everything that I've done was really cool and like kind of special to me. So, and I've decided that every car that I build on this channel, I'm always going to do one of those videos, because it really humbles you and brings you back to the roots of where you started. So the next question, how much coin has gone into transforming the thick whip? Dude, I get this question more than anything. And you guys have to understand that this car and like this channel, I have a lot of partners and I have a lot of sponsors. Like, don't get me wrong, I worked really hard to have those sponsors and this platform, and the people that are a part of this build, I worked really hard to get to that point. And I really don't take that for granted, but at the same time, you guys have to understand that, you know, for me making the content and putting the time into this channel and having the exposure, I don't pay as much as regular people. Some of the modifications are free. So if I gave you a number, it wouldn't really be the same number that you would pay. And I feel like that really wouldn't be like fair of me, but I think at some point I will make a video talking about all the money that if you were not sponsored and didn't have partners and you built this car, maybe how much it would cost, because I've just had so many people asking me that. Another part of me really doesn't want to talk about that or go too far into depth about it, because money is not the focal point, and I don't want money to be the focal point of this car's build and this channel. I don't want people to think that money is the only thing that matters. So I try not to talk about it. And I try not to talk about, you know, how I make my money, because I just don't think it's important. What's important is the content and like making these videos for you guys and trying to show you what's possible. You know, you don't have to do everything just because I've done it to my car. The honest answer is I don't know. I don't know how much I've spent on the car, but it also doesn't really matter to me because I enjoy the process. I really enjoy building this car. There is no monetary figure that could bring the amount of enjoyment that building this car and making these videos for you guys and just building this community has brought to me. Like, the happiness in that is worth way more than any money amount. So maybe at some point I will make a video about it, but I really don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry you guys that I can't give you a dollar amount. I would just say, like, don't worry about it. Stop focusing on money. Like, money isn't what matters. Next question, why BMW? Not hating, just curious. I have an F30 335. I've always loved BMWs. Like, even when I had a Honda, my first car was an Acura, but before that I wanted an E30 325. Like, I've always really enjoyed BMWs, and I always hung around with people that were building BMWs and had friends that had BMWs. And when I bought this car originally, it was just a sport line, like base model, like not a dope car at all. And I bought it because I just wanted something luxurious and comfortable to drive. I was coming out of a Honda Civic Si that like I did a bunch of mods to, and I was kind of just over the modding thing, and I just wanted a car that was comfortable, that I could drive every day, and really just wasn't like a little rocket ship. And I mean, looking at it now, it's kind of funny, but after a few years of owning it, I just decided, I don't know, like once you have the mod bug, and if you grew up in that world of just building cars, you're never done doing it. It snuck back up on me, and I got back into modifying cars, and I wanted to make videos for people, and these two worlds kind of came together, and that's how this happened. It's funny because like a lot of people will say, well, why are you modifying a 328? Like, what a waste of money. But they don't understand, first of all, like nobody understands context. They don't have the context on anything of why you're doing it. So it's not really important for me to address that question, but I will say that, you know, for me modifying a 328, I had other reasons. Like I did it because I wanted to build a platform and like an audience and a channel, and I wanted to make videos, and that was the car I had at the time. And so that was the car that I decided to build. And it turns out some people were interested, like 20,000 people. The thing is, you know, other people on this planet have 320s and 328s, and they also want to modify their cars too. I feel like a lot of like M3 owners that bash like 328 owners, or 335, 340 owners that bash 328 owners, like live in their own bubble, and they don't realize there are other people who don't have as nice of cars as them, and they want to modify their cars too. And some of the aesthetic things, like people can take that have 335 and 340s and apply them to their cars. So it's not like you're only making content for people who have 320s and 328s. I wanted to show people potential, and I wanted to be able to create content for everybody. I just find it really funny when people who have like better cars, like M3s or M4s or 335s and 340s, like bash people who don't have that. Like I have an M3 now, and I would never go to someone's channel and be like, you know, your car's dumb because you don't have a certain level of car. That just like, that's just so bizarre to me. Like, how insecure are you that you need to go to someone else's work of art, like channel, where they've worked so hard to build and make videos for people, and just like shit on what they're doing because you don't like your life, or you're just miserable, or you're just not proud of what you've been able to do with your car? It just blows my mind. And like, for any of those people who are out there doing that, take all of that energy that you have that you're putting into misery and start putting that into something positive. Let the people who are out here making things and creating things and building things have their moment. Let them be able to do what they want to do. So if you are one of those people, it's time for you to focus on yourself and quit pointing the finger at other people. If Joe Schmo wants to build his 320 or 328, his car isn't any less cool than your car. You don't know where that person comes from. You don't know their circumstance. Maybe that is all they could afford, and living within their means, that was the best they could do. Don't be that person that comes around and bashes someone just because they're not as fortunate as you. And look, like a lot of this, I try not to give attention to, but as many great subscribers that I have on this channel and just positive people, as the channel grows, you will indefinitely get some negative ones and some younger people that are just not mature enough to handle the responsibility of commenting on someone's video without sounding like a complete dweeb. And I've accepted that, and I'm getting better with it. And as this channel grows, I'm learning. So I'm not perfect, I'm gonna make mistakes, and I'm just learning as we go. All right, so next question is, are you gonna host a meetup? Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that at some point. I don't know when, probably in the spring or the summer of 2020, I'll do something like that. I want to get a bunch of people on board, like sponsors and companies, to help me throw it, so it's really big and really fun, and I just want to make sure it's a good event for everybody. But I will definitely do some sort of meetup or show where everyone can just come with BMWs or any cars, really, I don't care, and hang out, and we'll do giveaways and raffles and all sorts of cool stuff. I'll let you guys know when that happens. All right, so next question, what is your favorite thing from each of your cars? Pick one. I really like the way that my F30 looks. I think as far as aesthetics, like, this car is beautiful. I absolutely love the way that my F30 looks. It's a gorgeous car, and I think that everyone involved, me, myself included, we worked really hard to bring it to where it is now, and I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of it, and I think it looks phenomenal, you know. And it's not for everyone, and that's okay. but we've done a lot of work to get it to the point where it is now, and I'm really happy with it. The E90, it does look a little bit outdated, but it drives so well. It is just such a raw driving experience, and I've never owned a car that drives like my E90 M3. It is just such a fun car to experience, and if you've never owned a car with the S65 in it, I urge you at some point to drive one. If you have the opportunity to drive one, drive it, because it is such a cool car. And that is my first M3 that I've ever owned. Going from this car to that car was such a big change, but it is nice to have this as my daily driver because it's much more comfortable and easy to drive, whereas the E90 is like sport all the time. It's very rigid, but when you are in a spirited drive, that E90 is a phenomenal car to drive. Last question, what are the things you did to make your car faster aside from adding the start-stop button? I don't know, man. The start-stop button was pretty sick. So the F30 is full bolt-ons, intake, downpipe, charge pipe, turbo inlet pipe, exhaust, boot mode stage 2, Pro Tuning Freaks transmission flash, and then I did a front mount intercooler, and I still have a boost pipe to put on, which I'm gonna do soon. But pretty much all of the basic bolt-ons that you can do to the car. I had a lot of people saying you should upgrade the turbos or do like a pure turbo. I hate to inform you, but the N20 block cannot handle upgraded turbos. I'm pretty much at the max limit of the things that I can do to this car. The N20 is just kind of maxed out. If I put any more pressure on the stock block, it would blow up by the time I got to Chick-fil-A. The car stock is just not built to handle that kind of boost, and I'm very aware of that, and it's totally fine. This is not my speed demon. This is, like I said, it's my daily driver that I just kind of have fun with. It's not the slowest car, like it's peppy, but it's not fast, and it looks really good. So I just enjoy having it. It's a great all-around car, but we will see some new additions on this channel that will change things up a bit. I am very excited to announce a few things to you guys, but I can't quite say anything yet because it hasn't happened, and I'm not gonna talk about it until it happens. So there will be some big changes coming up soon for you guys in terms of content and cars and just what we're doing. But that is going to effectively wrap this video up, you guys. I just wanted to say to each and every one of you that supports this channel, and even the people that hate on the channel, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this. I never thought we would get to 20,000 subscribers. Honestly blows my mind. You know, when I made that transforming the F30 in under 10 minutes video, like I said, I got to relive a lot of the videos because I had to go through all the videos to put that together. I got to relive a lot of the videos and kind of, I don't know, just reminisce a little bit on everything that it took to get to this point. And it was so much work, and it took me so long to get anyone to even watch my videos, but I really just love this. And you know, I don't make a lot of money doing it, like definitely not enough to live. I have other means of income, and that's what I rely on. But I just really enjoy doing it, you know, for myself and for you guys. And honestly, I'm just proud of what we've been able to build over the past year. So thank you for 20,000. And let's just keep the good vibes moving and roll up to 100,000. That's where I want to be next. I want to hit 100,000. I think 2020 is going to be the year for this channel and everyone involved. I think that we're gonna do some big things in 2020. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel and this family. Please consider liking this video, commenting down below, hit that bell notification. Just like that, this video is over, and I'm out. Peace.